The 7 natural wonders of the world, what they are, how to get there, and travel insurance information for your trip once you can visit safely. The first wonder, Mount Everest. Mount Everest is renowned as the highest spot on Earth, at 8,848.86 meters above sea level. It is parked right on the border between Nepal and Tibet, and it is protected by Sagarmatha National Park in the Himalayas. Mount Everest's original name in Tibetan is Komalungma, goddess mother of snow, and in Nepalese it is Sagarmatha. The mountain received an English name in 1865 because Nepal and Tibet were closed to foreigners at the time, so the Royal Geographical Society in Britain did not know the mountain's local names. You can get a helicopter tour to get as close to the peak as possible without actually climbing the mountain, and this may be preferable for many people. Climbing Mount Everest is not something to be attempted lightly. The trek to base camp alone takes around 14 days. It's also not a weekender trip. If it's snowing, you probably won't physically be able to get near the mountain. Delays are not unusual. Did you know? While Mount Everest is the highest spot above sea level on Earth, it is not actually the tallest mountain when measured from base to tip. That distinction belongs to the Mauna Kea volcano in Hawaii, which extends 4.2 kilometers into the air and around 6 kilometers into the sea. And because the Earth is not a perfect sphere, it bulges out around the equator. The tallest mountain in terms of distance from the Earth's center is Mount Chimborazo in Ecuador, whose peak is around 2 kilometers closer to the stars than Everest's. The second wonder, harbor of Rio de Janeiro. Located in Brazil, the harbor of Rio de Janeiro is surrounded by unique granite and quartz mountains that were formed by erosion from the Atlantic Ocean. It is also known as Guanabara Bay, and sits within sight of the famous white stone statue of Christ the Redeemer atop Corcovado Mountain, which overlooks the bay. It is the largest bay in the world based on volume of water. It is also known as Guanabara Bay, and sits within sight of the famous white stone statue of Christ the Redeemer atop Corcovado Mountain, which overlooks the bay. It is the largest bay in the world based on volume of water. The third wonder, Great Barrier Reef. It's the home of Nemo, and it's right on our doorstep. The Great Barrier Reef is not just one big, long, connected reef. It is made up of more than 2,900 individual reefs constructed by billions of minuscule coral polyps, which are living organisms. The GBR stretches over 2,600 kilometers in length, takes up 344,000 square kilometers in area, and includes more than 900 islands. If you're not a fan of breathing through a tube or risking the stingers, you can still enjoy the reef from a glass-bottomed boat. There are a range of tour lengths, from a single day to an extended stay. A helicopter tour will also give you a great picture of the sheer vastness of this marine environment, and when the sun hits the reef you can see just about everything from the air. The Great Barrier Reef is listed as a World Heritage Area, Queensland's first, and is protected by the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park, a national park. The fourth wonder, Victoria Falls. As the Zambezi River crosses the border of Zambia and Zimbabwe, it plunges 108 meters down in a stunning waterfall that is 1.7 kilometers wide. The falls are also called Mosio Etunya, meaning smoke that thunders, in the local Lozi language. National parks in both Zambia and Zimbabwe protect this landmark. The 7 Natural Wonders organization states that when Zambia gained independence in 1964, and many of its geographic names were changed back to African names, only Victoria Falls and the nearby city of Livingstone kept their English names, because of the deep respect the Zambian people had for David Livingstone, the Scottish explorer who named the falls after Queen Victoria in 1855. You can appreciate the splendor of the falls from the trails that follow alongside them, a boat cruise, or from the air in a helicopter. From the air, you have a chance of spotting elephants or the other wildlife of the national park. The 7 Natural Wonders organization says both the Zimbabwean and Zambian sides of the falls offer unique views and perspectives of them. The fifth wonder, Paracutin Volcano. Paracutin is a once-active cinder cone volcano in Michoacan, Mexico. It was chosen as one of the 7 natural wonders because it is the only volcano whose birth in 1943 was witnessed and documented by humans as it emerged from the cornfields of a local farmer. It quickly grew hundreds of meters within its first year and is now estimated to be around 3 kilometers above sea level, including almost 1 kilometer from base to cone. It erupted for 9 years straight before falling silent in 1952, hopefully never to be heard from again. The best way to see Paracutin is by taking one of the 19 kilometers round-trip hikes to the top of the volcano. It's not an easy hike, so another popular option is to visit it on horseback. Both options take you past lava fields, buried village homes, and a church near the summit. The sixth wonder, Grand Canyon. This famous gorge in Arizona can be explored on foot with a day hike or overnight camping hike. For those with limited mobility, exploring the canyon on the back of a mule is a plausible option and one that visitors rave about. The floor of the canyon can even be experienced with a whitewater rafting trip for experienced kayakers. The Seven Natural Wonders organization says a helicopter tour is the best way to appreciate how vast the canyon really is, but you can see a lot of the canyon no matter which method you choose. The Seven Wonder Aurora Borealis. Also known as the Northern Lights, these naturally occurring, polar auroras intrigue everyone who sees them appear as glowing lines of vivid color along the horizon or waves across the sky. Humans have created legends around the cause of these lights in the heavens, which feature in Greco-Roman, Norse, and Native American mythology, to name a few. The science as we understand it today is that this effect is caused by solar winds, cosmic particles originating from the sun which appear as different colored lights as they enter Earth's atmosphere.